The nationalism of the present dispensation is based on hatred. It is based on hatred. This nationalism doesn't teach you to love, your your fellow countrymen. It doesn't teach you that. It teaches you to hate the others, and then they start othering the others. And any community, it can be Muslim, it can be Christian, it can be any minority. So they start othering them. And as I said, that this nationalism is based on hatred. It is not based on love. Anything based on hatred cannot be. It can be anything rather. And you see the fascism, it comes through these are the tools of fascism. What did Hitler say? Hitler also talked about the nationalism. And his nationalism was again based on the hatred. So today's nationalism, which they are sort of, which has become a currency at the moment, this nationalism is based on hatred. It should not. It will, at the end of the day, people will suffer by this kind of nationalism. So I think people need to understand this nationalism. And unfortunately, there was no counter to this kind of hyper-nationalism by the opposition parties in this country. Any opposition, any party which takes part in electoral activity, and any political party which participates in the elections, none of them has challenged this nationalism in that way. Because they somehow think that though people believe in revolution, they talk about revolution, they talk about inqilab. And inqilab means revolution, inqilab means a change. But I think they don't mean it. They don't mean it. Because they don't want to change the idea of people. They don't want to tell them, whatever you are being fed, this nationalism, which is based on hatred. It is not good for this country. So it was not challenged that way, because those who are in electoral politics, they think if they talk about, they oppose this kind of a nationalism, they might lose their votes. And they don't want to educate the voter about the nationalism, about what is the true nationalism, and what is the nationalism based on hate. You see, that is why we are getting trapped. These parties are getting trapped. You see, you remember 2016 JNU, while the whole debate started, February, when there was this huge, the whole debate started with the freedom of speech and freedom of expression. Then you have, JNU, then you have, this Freedom Square, the square in front of the administrative block, where these lectures went on for a month, more than that.
Yeah.
Your struggle was, it started with the freedom of speech and freedom of expression. But you see the lectures which were delivered, it was about nationalism and anti-nationalism.
Yeah.
So you are getting trapped. RSS, which did not unfurl the tricolor on their office headquarters in Nagpur, until 15 years ago, they never unfurled this tricolor on their. They handed over a big tricolor into that, and everybody got entangled in that. So, if you try to, get into that trap, then you are losing your ground. You have to actually educate the people about the nationalism. Even those lectures when they came into this, published, it was in nationalism and anti-nationalism. So that is where you are losing. You're not telling people what is the nationalism, what is anti-nationalism. You're not telling people about the freedom of speech and the way the people are being gagged. It is unfortunate. Now you have lynching going on in this country. You can't just get away by saying that not in my name. You have to start a movement against that. Where is that movement? It has become a norm now. It has become socially acceptable. I think people of India have to understand this, and they have to see whether this country, is it the largest democracy on earth, or that democracy is compromised.